Hi, this is Ashley Michelle. Welcome to Rebel Tarotista. Um, I'm going to be doing an early morning New Year's Eve late night uh, reading. This is my first reading, so please bear with me. I erased the other video because I was saying too much, and it was so funny, but it's so cute at the same time because I was achieving, I achieved something. But well, anyways, I'd like to take this time to call on my full spiritual team, my divine ancestors, my spirit guides, my holy angels, my ascended masters, into the reading. That are closest to the white light, that serve my highest good, and also please let this message reach who it needs to reach, and may it be what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And let's get started. And let me try to stop saying so much because I'm so nervous. But it was so cute though still. And it was a really good reading, but I decided to start over again, give another reading. It was talking about somebody stepping into their power and really going out and discovering and doing the healing, breaking some generational curses. This could be the same energy that comes out. This is where we started last time, pretty much. This was the second card and this other reading was coming out again. It's the Six of Pentacles. It's talking about a balance of give and take. You could be in the energy of giving, or you have to find the balance out giving and taking, and find somebody or surround yourself with people that are aware of that, because there's equal give and take as far as energy goes, money, your advice, resources, anything that may be of material, like tangible, something tangible. It has to have balance. Everything has to have balance as far as giving and taking. So, yeah. So what's the immediate challenge or solution? With Three of Swords upright. There I go again. Stop it! It talks about heartbreak. It talks about like really pulling the bandage off an old wound. Uncomfortable things may rise up, and uncomfortable made somebody feel a little icky, going over that old heartbreak, and really getting out of that mindset to where you don't have to feel anything, where you don't have to heal in order to move forward, because if you're not right within, then how are you going to win? Just like they say, Spirit, Holy Answers, what's the under? This is the Tower of Reverse. Somebody did not want to face this energy. Somebody did not want to do the healing. It was an unexpected thing for that to arise up. But in order for them to achieve something, or to attain something, or in order for them to help somebody out, they had to deal with this first. I don't know what situation it was, but somebody had to really step out of their comfort zone as far as healing goes, and growth is attained through really working on your inner self first. So, Spirit, what's the past? What represents the distant past? I'm doing the Celtic cross spread, and this is the Stranger Things Oracle. A tarot deck. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody really went through the ringer and really did not want this exposed, or really did not want it to come up in a certain situation. Or this could be coming up for somebody to where they're going to be in a position of receiving some kind of maybe material gain, and maybe they're going to be in the position of doing this, or they're going to be in the receiving end. They have to find balance between what spiritually is feeling good at the moment, and shit, my freaking sleeve is so ripped. I'm so sorry. It looks so ghetto. It looks like a homeless. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna continue going on. Frick it. It's the message that's coming out. My freaking sleeve, my dog. My dog ate my sleeve. But anyways, yeah, moving on. There's the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about hardships, really learning from past mistakes, really getting back up after a tough upbringing, or maybe a tough situation that somebody had to endure. It took a lot of courage for this person. Look at Oh my God, the Nine of Wands upright. This represents of some kind of turmoil or some kind of upheaval somebody's going through, which was unexpected, unwelcome with the Tower of Reverse. Somebody did not want to be. Somebody was like, oh, like really so stubborn, and which Earth energy could be really really stubborn and not wanting to bring that area out and to air out, to dry. Like somebody just took out their dirty laundry, like to dry, in a way, in order to step up and receive a blessing, or in order to step up and bless somebody. Somebody really had to work on their inner selves and focus on their healing. This person, this above one represents that this is coming to an end, that somebody's finally going to be more and get into more alignment due to spiritual growth, spiritual healing. You know, like you said, how are you gonna win when you ain't right within, right? Okay, Spirit, tell me more. What's the distant future or immediate future? Spirit, tell me more. I did pre-shuffle these before you, so but I do not. You know, that's the one coming in. You see, the Six of Wands came out in the other reading too. It talks about personal achievement, recognition, and really patting yourself on the back, celebrating your achievements. We have here for the advice, the Page of Wands. Somebody moving forward, stepping into their power, and being confident at what shooting for the stars, basically getting into that groove to where your personal achievements mean so much more because of what you went through in the past. Like somebody really, really had to struggle in order to get where they were right now, and to receiving recognition. And this is what the future holds for somebody. The Six of Wands energy. It talks about, you know, it's a really not only an achievement, like, oh wow, everybody's, but it's an emotional, coming out of an emotional struggle too, and still coming out with like, this one represents, the Nine of Wands represents, this is almost over, you're almost getting to it, and this is the future representation of it, is that somebody's going to fully ascend. Somebody's in ascension here. They may be experiencing headaches, fatigue, body aches, and thinking like, what the frick is this? You know, somebody trying to steal your energy because they see you moving forward and seeing, in spite of all the hardships and everything, you move forward and you're healing, which is a good thing, which is a great thing, beautiful thing for the collective right now. Because raising your vibration raises the overall collective energy, or the collective spirit vibration too as well. And we can all learn from that. That's what we're here for, is to learn, right guys? We learn together. This is my very first video, so I'm kind of, well, it was my very first video, but the other one was like, and I wasn't having that. I was like, okay, well, at least try to say a little less. I mean, it's going to be coming out, because I'm so nervous. But here's the Knight of Pentacles upright. The Knight of Wands upright. It talks about a position of being a leader. Somebody is leading. Now that they're going from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands. You know, and somebody moved forward passionately. This talks about the sexiest king in the deck. So somebody's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It's a lot of fire energy here, but it's also somebody needed to be more thinking more logic, because the Wands talks about, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy is like, just get up and do it, or anything they feel passionate about. Maybe be a little impulsive. Somebody needed to ground themselves. Somebody needs to heal, and they needed to let go of past hurts, past addictions, a lack mindset. Maybe it could be the devil talks about self-imposed, self-inflicted ideals, like of what they think a perfect person should be, or whether as if they were deserving of a certain position or a certain promotion of anything. Could have been in a job. Somebody could have been holding on to an old stagnant job to where it wasn't bringing them any growth, and they had finally come into some opportunity to where they feel passionate enough to move forward towards it and be more responsible with their finances, and really kind of change their mindset when it comes to money, their relationship with money, because money is an energy, and so it flows. Somebody was being in this energy, was enslaved, and it was a self inflicted prison They were probably in their head a lot. They were probably looking at that they're not good enough, or they have had addictions to deal with. Somebody had, in order to move forward, they probably got over some drug. You guys probably could be recovering from a drug addiction, and or maybe you're being called to do this in order to receive this generous help, and it's going to help you move up, and it's going to help you ascend. Somebody has to let go of something here in order to attain this success. That's why it makes it all the more hard, but still at the end of the day, it's going to be more rewarding for somebody. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. We're going to clarify. I always like to clarify with the second card. So in tarot, you could clarify with as much as cards as you want. Well, I say that, but other people say, "Oh no, you're not. You're not supposed to do that," but I do, and I learned it from my favorite reader, Intuitive Kev. I love you, Kev. I love you so much. He's changed my life big time. Intuitive Kev, you want to check him out if you haven't checked him out. I love Intuitive Kev. And Linda likes tarot. Thank you. I love them. Oh, Cosmic Royal Family. My Mystic Beauty, she's the bomb. You guys want to check her out too. I'm not even going to that shit right now. I'm gonna have to do this reading on my own. But they're such an inspiration to me. I love them. You check them out, guys. Okay, the Judgment and the Star. This is talking about something coming into full circle. Judgment in the World are two very similar cards. But somebody has put an ending to their addictions, an ending. They shut the door on some kind of negative mindset or a way of thinking, or a devil kind of energy, and they're stepping into this star power where they're realizing how far they've come. And they're stepping into their power, trusting their instincts more, trusting their abilities more, really, really moving forward and into a new state of mind, a newfound confidence as they left this habit behind, or working on leaving this habit behind in order to receive this blessing. It could be, you see, look at the Nine of Pentacles upright. This was an unexpected shift in their workplace or their family dynamics or something like that. It was so unexpected. Somebody was really stubborn, didn't want to move forward with this, but doing so has put them in the Nine of Pentacles energy, financially secure or getting there on their own, and they've attained some kind of success on their own. It's where when they were struggling on the struggle bus, whatever they were dealing with in their head or being enslaved in their mind, was holding them back from achieving this. So they were highly dependent on others. Others didn't think that they would probably make it in life. They were probably betting on their downfall. This is a person who's been through a lot, but has gone into the journey of self-love, and really, really trusting themselves, really showing compassion to themselves and sending healing energy towards themselves. This person had to do it alone. With the Seven of Pentacles, this person had to do this alone. And that's what makes it all the more rewarding, because this person achieved such a big thing, and they knew what they wanted. They knew what lifestyle, what needed to change, and they're making these changes in order to receive this. The struggle is almost over. The Ace of Wands, it kind of came out on the fence, so I have to take it out on the fence. It's talking about they were struggling to move forward with this, and struggling for it to come in, or somebody could be currently struggling right now. There's one more thing that they have to do, one more little light that they have to follow. There's one spark of hope left, and because they kind of like exhausted all the resources pretty much, they've exhausted themselves trying to make this change. Like I said, it was a hardship that they felt like they could never get out of. Somebody, due to their lack of thinking logically, thinking rationally, and missing out on opportunities. This is the King of Swords reverse. This talks about somebody not using logic, or somebody not making those decisions that they had to make in order to cut off the people and the places and things that were holding them back. This is what led them into this hardship here of somebody being stubborn, not thinking, acting irrationally, impulsively. Like this King of Wands upright over here. Okay, what's the advice, other than the page, clarify the page of wands advice. Ooh, the Seven of Wands reversed. The advice is to move forward, but still in a cautious way. Don't be so reckless. You're just getting back on your feet. You have to, it's like somebody getting injured so bad, or going through a certain, like, a health problem. Somebody could have been through health issues here. Maybe somebody could have been through, maybe had an ailment, and which really took a toll on them, and they're finally learning how to walk again. Or it's just somebody learning how to not act so impulsively, and to protect their energy more, protect their purpose, protect their progress. Because whereas in the past they could have flew off the handle and fell off the wagon, and weren't really cautious about who they let in. You see, you can change your lifestyle, but if you're around the same people, things are not gonna progress. So what they're being called to do right now is to protect their energy and protect any past negative influence that may try to rear their ugly head in again. Because look at this is they're experiencing joy right now. Somebody is experiencing joy right now because they've finally gotten out of some certain kind of hardship that was unwelcome. They didn't want it at first. Like, it's like somebody being forced to go to rehab, or somebody being forced to go through physical therapy or something. It's something that they didn't choose to do, but we're so glad that God, put them there for a reason, even if it was against their will. Somebody toughed it out, and somebody, like, came to a realization during that time that this is where I need to be, and moving forward in this journey is really helped them regain their sense of happiness. Somebody could smile again. Somebody could finally smile again. I hear that somebody is finally experiencing joy again from going through all this. Look at the Eight of Swords. Somebody walked out of an abusive situation to where they were probably abusing drugs. People were stealing from them. The people around them were just no good, holding them back, keeping them back. This kind of wants to make me get emotional here. Somebody was going through drug abuse, maybe they had a disability, and they were not being treated right. And but despite that, they're doing some healing, and they're moving forward with their lives. Slowly but surely, they're regaining their mobility back, or slowly but surely, their sobriety is taken to places that they wouldn't even dreamt of, because they thought they were gonna be in this situation for the rest of their life. But actually, somebody's just being catapulted out, like, by force, like if they were being shot out of a cannonball or something. That's what I feel. Like, boom, like wait, where what are we doing? Let me get my substance, or whatever I need to my crutch, or something that I needed. Wait. And this is really just took them by surprise. It's kind of like an adventure, but a good one, a healing, a journey, But somebody had a lot of tears and laughter during this time, but they've learned a lot during this hardship. Somebody's been through a lot, and they went through the journey of self-love first, discovering that there's still time. It's never too late. They went through they got through it. They felt like they weren't never going to get out of this. Somebody was hurting really bad, healing their past heartbreak. On top of that, healing their past in order to remain sober, or in order to get over their past, in order to regain the strength to regain mobility again. This is what I'm getting right now. They were being abused heavily by their peers. Maybe this person was some sort of a pushover or something like that. But just know that you did a really good job. You're really doing a really good job, and you're healing, and just know that even if it's hard, or maybe you feel like you haven't achieved that much, or this is the place where you need to be right now. At least you're taking the steps moving forward and doing what you need to do. Progress is progress, no matter how little or no matter how slow it is. Don't let anybody hold you back. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're so deserving of the good things that are to come in your life. This is justice right here. It's the justice card. And that's the final outcome. Justice is going to be done from these people